love and separation. We're continuing with our Taurus season. Taurus, love and separation. This is for those of you who have been separated from the person that you love. It does not have to be a lover. It can be a family member, a friend, a cat, a dog, a bird, a ferret. Whatever your person identifies as, we don't want to piss anybody off. But Taurus, what is going on with your person? What's going on in their energy and emotions? We're going to do a full Taurus reading, so we're going to start out with the Celtic, just to get us some framework going here. We'll try to see how it all fits together, see if we can make some sense of your storyline, Taurus. Holy Spirit, please give us a message for Taurus. What does Taurus need to know? What do you want to tell Taurus? What is going on with Taurus right now? Holy Spirit, please give us a message for Taurus. A message for their greater good. First of all, I want to mention that there is a power couple on the board. We have the King of Wands in your challenge position. In your subconscious, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, okay? All right, so let's begin here. Right now, you're waiting for a return on that investment. You've tended the garden, you've planted seeds, you've trimmed the hedges, you've kept the bugs out, you've did everything that you're supposed to do, you watered it, and you are waiting for a return on the investment that you've made. And the challenge is there is this king. This is your king underneath in your subconscious. Queen of Wands in reverse. You are trying, I feel like you are subverting yourself. You are holding back, okay? Why are you holding back? Now, this isn't going on in your subconscious. This isn't what I'm going to tell you what it shows up as actually in the 3D. This is in the 5D. This right here is in the 5D. That is where dreams begin. That is where romance begins, because you think about that person all the time. In your hopes and fears, you are hoping for things to turn out really good, you know, with that Sun card. Total happiness, abundance, salvation, everything that is good is what you are hoping for. That being said, in the recent past, there was a timeout with that Four of Swords in reverse there, a restless energy where you couldn't possibly get any sleep. Now, I told you how this energy that's in your subconscious is showing up in the 3D. The way it's showing up in the 3D is you communicating and cutting some bitches out with that Queen of Swords. You may have chopped into somebody as a defensive mechanism, because the reality of it is you are totally in love with this person, or you totally love them if they're just a family member, because remember, it doesn't have to be a lover. What lies before you at this time? The Ace of Swords, the sword of truth, information. How must you conduct yourself? What do you need to do to succeed in this situation? What is Spirit's advice? How you must conduct yourself, or what you must do to succeed, is you must be in this temperance energy. Now, in this case, this is one of the few times that I'll actually read that as patience, because I feel like that's what it is. You need to be patient. Now, the other obvious thing here is that there is an angel. So I don't know what's going on, but Spirit says there is an angel watching over you. And I don't know if it's your guardian angel or if this is another angel. Could even, I feel like, and I've said it before, and I know I'll probably get people all up in arms, but I feel like the people that pass away, they are out there on the other side, kind of like cheering us on, and maybe even interceding for us, praying for us to succeed. Somehow they know. I brought it up in another reading that the Bible clearly teaches that those that have passed on are conscious of what is going on earth. Spirit is giving you a message here. I feel like Spirit's saying, you're not alone. External influences. Somebody is confused, and that is affecting you somehow. In your overall projected outcome, I feel like you will be making a righteous decision with that Hierophant. You're taking the higher road for whatever reason. Interesting. All right, we're going to move on. Love and separation. First 8 cards out. What's going on in your person's energy and emotions? What's going on in their thought life? What kind of stuff are they getting into? Okay, first of all, Hangman in reverse, there's lots of ways to interpret that, but with that 4 of Pentacles where basically they're holding back and holding on, Hangman in reverse to me can be a little bit of an unhinged energy. Queen of Pentacles to the Tower in reverse, they may be doing some self-reconstruction. They're trying to better themselves in some way. They are trying to rebuild something inside of them. They're doing some shadow work, let's put it that way. A Magician card to the High Priestess in reverse. They are making things happen without anybody seeing what's happening. Whatever that means. So somehow they are making something happen, but you don't see what they're doing. Or this isn't about you specifically, but this is the energy, okay? So that's pretty cool. What else is going on in their thought life? Well, or in their energy, in their emotions. They are thinking about a connection, about love, agape love with that King of Cups and that connection. That's pretty wild. That's going on in their energy and emotions in their thought life. Okay, well that's generally what's going on, but that isn't specific to you, Taurus. But this next query is, because this is about how do they view Taurus. Now we're figuring to get into the nitty-gritty. How do they view Taurus? Well, I'll tell you one motherfucking thing. They view you as a powerful motherfucker with that Emperor. And guess what else they view you as? They view you as a divine connection. Lovers. Whereas Adam, Eve, God. That is the ultimate connection. There's only been one connection like that in history. And the way they view you is you're the only one. How else do they view you? They view you as this real passionate, sexy, vivacious energy, sexy beast. They view you as somebody that possibly I feel like that you're not the kind of person that mopes. You sit and, and licks their wounds, pretty wild. Well, what bull do you know licks his wounds, boy? They don't lick their wounds. They could be sitting there bleeding to death, and they keep moving. They view you as the Fool to the Strength card. You're a strong individual. With that Fool card, you're not scared to take a chance and do something. Amazing how they view you. They view you as somebody that works well with others. 3 of Wands or 3 of Pentacles. But Chariot in reverse, you have one or two options here. One, you have a shitty vehicle that keeps breaking down. Option B, you feel like you're not getting anywhere, you're not getting any traction. Interesting. Next query, this is a biggie. Projected actions towards you, if any. And if not, in other words, if no action, why not? What are the blockages? Can you come towards them? And if the answer to that is yes, what would your strategy need to be to get the victory, to get the reunion? All of those questions out of these cards, and not just all these cards, but we're going to break this down into 4 groups. Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. Your situation will fall into one of these 4 groups, if not multiple groups. And there could even be some subgroups in here, and I'll let you know if I see them. And I'll try to distinguish, if there's any distinguishing factors that I see in your group, I'll bring those up as well. That's like 6 questions out of 2 cards, because each one of these is a group. So we're doing this with 2 cards. This is called conceptual blending. Let's get into it. First part of the query in Group A is, are they coming towards you? Answer, hell to the motherfucking no. Does that look like they're coming in towards you, Taurus? Hell to the motherfucking no. They are defensive. Look at them. They're defensive. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. And then 8 of Swords is basically, they're real confused. Timing is not good right now. Can you come towards them is the next answer. And the answer to me is no. They're not in a good headspace. Somehow you got to separate. And I'm going to give you some advice on this one. Back off. When they think about you, you're associated with something that makes them feel like they got to defend themselves. So I don't know if you've accused them of doing something or anything like that, but whatever the case is, it's not good. It's not something that I feel like has the energy for that, for something to happen right now. Okay, so Group A, no dice. Group B, are they coming in towards you? I feel like there's a very good possibility that they will, and if they don't do it, the energy I feel is conducive for a reunion with that Judgment to the 3 of Swords in reverse. They want to heal, or they want something to happen to where things are healed. I feel like the energy is conducive. Doesn't mean that they will, but the energy is there, okay? They want to heal something. They want to bring back something from the dead, and I feel like it's the pain. They want to bring it up, and they want to get closure is another alternative. What would your strategy need to be? Well, can you come towards us? I feel like you can, because the energy is conducive, right? So the answer is yes. What would your strategy need to be? There must be a talk that you need to have, or they feel like they need to have a talk about something in order to heal. So this isn't one of those kind of things where you can just drop the shit. It's not one of those kind of things where you can just drop it. It's a kind of a thing where I want to get this off my chest. This is why this, and this. They want to hear your side of something, possibly, and then they want to bury the hatchet. I hope they want to bury the hatchet, because the energy here is to heal with that 3 of Swords in reverse. It's to heal something. So their intentions, I feel, are good. And so that's what your strategy would need to be. Now, who is this group? Distinguishing factors. Well, I just kind of told you, it's basically somebody where you guys had some kind of falling out, where maybe you didn't hear their side of the story. How many of you have done something like I did, something real stupid several years ago, where I didn't allow somebody to ever talk? I just kind of kept, anytime I didn't feel like it was going to go my way, I would cut the communication off. And I feel like, looking back at it now, I know what I was doing. I was avoiding hearing something I didn't want to hear. And by doing that, I contributed to our fallout. That's the other thing in all this. No matter what part of this you fall into, the goal is to restore the relationship, right? That has to be the goal. So whatever you do, just make sure that the only thing that you want to see or that you expect to see is, or at least you hope, is that there would be a restoration of the connection. Doesn't mean you'll get married. Doesn't mean that your kids are moving back in. It doesn't mean that your uncle gets to come back and live in the backyard again. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that it something is going to go back to the way it was, but it means that you can start somewhere, right? Group B looks really good. Group C, are they coming in towards you? Wow, that one flipped for some reason. Six of Cups in reverse to the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this person's really busy right now. They think about you. I feel like they're not coming in, but I do feel like they think about you. See that person working there? I actually can see the person's facial expression when I look at it, even though there's not very much detail. But it's just something that I'm seeing is your person working away, and while they're working, they could even be trying to forget. It hurts them to think about it. Sometimes it hurts. Like, they think back and there's like a pain that they feel. So in order to avoid that, they work harder. Can you come towards it? Yes, you can. The energy is not in a negative way. It's not either or. It's kind of a neutral energy. But I feel like your strategy would need to be, whatever this thing was in the past that hurt, you got to find a way to forgive. You have to find a way to forgive each other. That's all there is to it. You can hold on to the grudge. You can hold on to the pain that they caused you, that you feel they didn't appreciate you. Eight of Pentacles to me, sometimes, especially in the reverse, is about being appreciated and stuff. And they didn't mean to do something. You don't know that they meant to hurt you. You know, you got to forgive. And you coming in, you need to say, you know what? I don't know exactly what I did, but I know I contributed to this, and I'm sorry for what I did. And then hopefully your person can see that you have a good heart and that forgiveness needs to happen. So I don't know what happened with you and this person, but that's what I'm feeling. Group C there is there's potential. Okay, Group D, are they coming in? Well, I'm going to tell you they're not coming in. You got one of them kind of people, that's what I'm sensing. You got a person that likes to be out in the cold. And you're probably thinking, well, that's some crazy motherfucking shit. What the hell do you mean they like to be out in the cold? What I mean is this person mentally is out in the cold already. They have not recovered from somebody else. There is something else that hurt them, and they haven't recovered from it. You see that person? That's your person. Whoever this group of you is, this person's still in pain from the past, and they're on the run. It's almost like they've been on the run for a long time. It's a very heavy energy. Pretty much all of us have been in this energy. I've been in it many times, not realizing that I secluded other people in my life that I shouldn't have. They may not know that they're in this energy, but they are. And I don't know that it has to do with you. I feel like it has to do with something that happened in their life, you know, as a child or something. But it could have been a relationship previous to you. If this is about love, if this is about family, they may feel like some kind of emptiness. Can you come towards that? I don't think it's a good time. I'm not going to lie. I just, something about it doesn't feel right. I think you need to wait. All right. Next query. How do you view them? You view them as getting their mind straightened out, kind of, and Six of Wands, they may be very popular. They may be very successful. They may be famous even. Ace of Pentacles to the Star in reverse. Star in reverse can be having to do with bad health, and for some of you, or this is some type of message to you, that there is because you probably don't know this, but there is a new opportunity for them concerning their disease, or maybe they've been waiting for surgery. I don't know what this is, but there is something coming in for them concerning their health is one interpretation. Let me see if I can get another one. They are infirm. The star card in reverse, infirmity. Okay, now that infirmity does not have to be a physical infirmity. It can be spiritual. It can be psychological. Okay, they have a mental disease. Okay, they have a physical disease. They have a spiritual disease because something is keeping them up. But I don't. It's whoever this group is. This is a specific set of you here. There's something going on with somebody's well-being, and there is a new opportunity towards fixing that. So this person may have found a doctor or something like that. Okay, next. You view them as somebody that comes in fast and hard with that Knight of Swords, trying to bring something back from the dead, or trying to bring up the shit that caused problems, and they like to bring it back up. They like to throw it back in your face, in other words. Or they're the kind of person that will do that. Okay. But Nine of Pentacles, you view them as being very successful and independent. But Moon card in reverse, they're not very transparent. They may actually be secretive. Okay, final query. Mutual energy that you both share as a result of the connection and disconnection. There is feelings of not being so sure at times as far as like who is responsible for this, what has happened. You know, like Empress in reverse, I feel like is not taking some type of accountability, and Hermit in reverse to me is like not taking any information in. Nine of Wands in reverse to the Ace of Cups in reverse. This whole thing has hurt you so bad that you're not willing to extend a cup of love or even start new love because of the pain that this has caused you. No information. You both are not communicating. Eight of Wands in reverse, but Page of Cups, you wish you could make, or one of you would make a gesture, even if it was a fucking like on damn Facebook or something. Or maybe every time they like your post or something, that's about as like you just are happy that that happens, you know, for some of you. Four of Wands in reverse to the Three of Cups. You may be going back to your childhood and hanging out with people that you grew up with and people from the past and you know, from your childhood. Four of Wands in reverse. Second option, you may have shut the door to pretty much a lot of people, and you are keeping your main group of friends and you're spending time with them, but you've kind of like shut yourself off outside of that, and it's because you're still healing, you know, Taurus. If you found yourself getting resonated with this message, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when I upload new videos. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.